Hi friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm here today to do something with this little box that I got. I got a box, this box, but it had things in it. It had, as you can see, mini candy canes in it, and I got it from Dollar Tree, $1.25 for this little box full of mini candy canes. I have put the mini candy canes in a candy jar that I have, a Christmassy candy jar. And it's in my dining room kitchen area. But I kept the box because I thought this was kind of cute. You know, it doesn't really have any decoration on it. But I like the red. I like that it says 25 mini candy canes. And I like that it had this window in it. And so I thought, you know, it reminded me of things I've seen in digital kits. But, of course, they were decorated and from, like, you know, vintage boxes and things. So I thought maybe I could do something with this. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to work it out right now on video to see what we can do. And what I thought was that I would like to make a shaker out of it. So we're going to cut it up and see what we can do. Right now I've got it all together. These are the flaps, you know, that were folded in like this, you know, on either end. So I just opened that up. And I'm going to now cut off the front first because I don't want these side pieces for this project. I don't know if I'll save them or not, but we'll see. But let's go ahead and get started so we can do this in a reasonable amount of time here. It really doesn't take a lot of time to make a simple shaker like this. I've got my pieces out here from the video I did yesterday where I used this digital kit from KB and Friends. So I've still got it out here because I thought it would be so cute with this red box to make this into a shaker and decorate it with these pieces. So I'm trying to cut this in a way where I'm not cutting into the front here. I'm trying to cut it. That's kind of why I cut this here. But I thought since it's open, maybe I could. I'm going to even this out, but I thought maybe since it's open like this, I could cut off this piece like I did. So let's see. I'm going to put this in back me out of the way right now because I have a lot of stuff on my table here. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim up. I'm going to need that in a minute though, so I'll bring it back in a minute. But let's trim up this cover. So let's cut this piece off first. I got my paper cutter here. So I'm just gonna, I want a nice even cut, so I need to cut this fold off, you know, all the sides really. So this is gonna be the top fold that I'm cutting off. See, now we've got a nice straight, even, you know, without that kind of folded part on there. And then let's go ahead and cut the sides off. So, you know, when I'm cutting just past the fold inside the top or the front, actually what I'm going to call the front. So I see another nice slick cut there. And then this side, let me just make sure I can see where I'm cutting. Okay, that should be good. I don't want to cut too much off the sides because I do need these little side pieces. I need to stay intact. Now we need a nice straight line on the bottom. Okay, nice straight line. Let's see. I don't know if I even have enough in there to cut, but we'll see. Now I need to cut off a little bit more. I'm trying to cut off too thin of a sliver there. Okay, a little bit more. Yeah, I didn't really cut off anything hardly. All right, I think that might be good. All right, so we've got the front there. Here's the two pieces we just cut off, the side little flaps. And here's my two little slivers. Okay, now I need the back. So I wanted to take a peek at the back here and see what it looked like. Okay, so this looks good. I need the back too. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. So let's cut this flap off. This is the side part, the side of the box. I'm going to cut that off. So I like to make a nice flat you know, as flat as possible anyway, shaker, because I put them in my journals. And so I need this to be the same size as the back. So let me kind of look at that. Okay, so yeah, I really can't cut any off the sides. It's pretty much already the same, and I need to cut a little bit off the top here. So just a sliver off the top, and I think we'll be okay. So let's do that. All right. So yeah, I don't know if you got one of these boxes of little mini candy canes. I got them specifically. Well, I thought they would be cool to put in this jar, and because they're so small, they're not like, you know, that they're small candy canes. Those, like, what are they, like 4 inches or something like that? Maybe they're 3 inches, but these are only like 2 inches, 2-inch candy canes. And I got them before my granddaughter because I felt like she didn't need, you know, less, the smaller the better for her. It's just that also we had to, she likes, I don't know, she has this thing where when she eats something small, she'll put the whole thing in her mouth. Like, she doesn't, she'll take a bite off of a bigger thing, but a small thing, she'll try to put the whole thing in her mouth. I don't know. It's a thing she does. So, so we have to be careful. I had to be careful about putting this in, giving this to her. We had to break it, still break it in two, but anyway, I thought these would be great because she likes, you know, she likes candy canes, and of course she likes candy. So I thought it would be cute to have these little candy canes for her. So anyway, let's see. I'm thinking that I want to turn this around and have this inside of the box be the back. And that could be like, either if I leave it as kind of like almost like journaling space, that could be journaling space, or and yeah, or it could, if it's a pocket, if I end up using it as a pocket, it could be, you know, just glued down. But I want to see, let's measure it real quick now after we've cut it and see how wide it is. So it's a little wide for a pocket. Most of my journals are not 6.5 inches wide, or if they are 6.5 inches wide, then the inside pages have to be like 6 1/4, you know, inches wide. So it's a little wide for a pocket, but there's nothing I can do about that because of the width of the box. I can't really, I mean, I could make this a little thinner, but I don't want to. I want to sew on here, or I think my machine will go through all of this. But see now, if I turn it around, I have this. So one way or the other, I have to cover this up. So what I might do, you know what would be pretty is take some of this, you know, the papers I showed you that you get with this kit that print out. So let me get some here and see what I have. So I have all of these papers that I printed out with this kit, and any of these would look good in there, right? But this cardstock I use, I get from work free, and it's different. What they were is dividers in notebooks, and they had little tabs on them. So I cut off the divider tab, and they had little holes, you know, to go into a notebook. I cut the holes off, and then I used them like I did, like this. But the weird thing is that they're different weights of cardstock. It's just whatever we order, you know, we don't order a certain weight. They just have to be cardstock, and they have to have tabs on them, right? So anyway, I'm feeling them now because like I said, I want to sew through these, and I don't want to make this any thicker than I have to, so that I can make sure my needle is going to go through. So like this is a thicker one, so I'm going to put that over as not using with this project. These are thinner. That's a thicker one. So we can choose one this way. This is a thinner one. That's a thicker one. It's just random the way I printed them out. I just put them all in a pile, all the cardstock I get. And, you know, I'm not like, I haven't really ever said, oh, I need a thicker one or I need a thinner one for this project. I just use them all, and then so now for this particular project, I need a thinner one. So these are all the thinner ones here. So let's just kind of experiment with, say this is a pattern one. I don't think I would want a pattern one, but just let's look at it real quick. Oh, that is pretty, but see how it, I don't know. I think this would be better used because, you know, of the little Christmassy, this is a recipe related, a cookbook related kit. So you have all the little mixers and things. So I think that would be better used, not in a project like this. So these are both overall patterns. This is more of a, you know, floral, and these are more kind of generic, I would say. Let's just see how this looks real quick. So this would be pretty, but I want to put, like I said, I'll put sequins and things in here. So I don't want it to, I want you to be able to see the sequins, and so I think this would kind of almost like disguise the sequins, this floral kind of poinsettia or poinsettia pattern. So let's pick, now we've got a red and a green, and of course this is red. Let's see how the green looks first, because I'm thinking I'm going to want the red one now that we're narrowing it down. So that is pretty, but like I said, I think I'm going to want this red one. So let's try that one out. Yeah, I think that will be perfect. Like, you know, it looks like it belongs there. So let's, yeah, we're going to glue this onto here. And what I can do, since I'm going to sew around, I can kind of like temporarily glue it onto here with some glue sticks. So I'll get a glue stick and glue this down real quick. I don't have to really worry about using Fabri-Tac, or I would probably use Fabri-Tac because it's kind of a slick surface. If you're not going to sew, I would use a strong glue on it because it's kind of a slick surface on this box. And then this is how I'm measuring to cut. So let's go ahead and cut this and get it glued down. And then I will show you. Now I've made these simple kind of shaker cards on my channel before, so maybe if you're new, maybe you haven't seen me make them, but if you're not, you maybe have seen me make them before. But yeah, they're a fun little project, and the way I do it, like I said, I don't make them real complicated, so they're easy to make. Okay, so let's see how I did. Do I need to trim this at all anymore? It can't go over this, but it can be under because it's going to be covered up by the kind of frame here around the window. But I at least need it smaller than the window, and there's a little bit sticking out here. So let's go ahead and finish cutting this to the size we need. Cut this little bit of extra off here. Yeah, I don't want it sticking out, so let me make sure we're good all the way around. I think we are. Let me see. It's almost like a little sliver cut right here. Let me just cut a little sliver off with my paper cutter because it's hard to get a hold of that with my scissors and not cut into the box there. So, and it's going to be covered up with the frame, so I think we're good there. Okay, so now we are going to glue this down. Let me grab a glue stick. I think I have some. I mean, I know I have some. I was just looking to see if I have one here, but I don't. So let me grab one behind me. I have a couple different kinds back there. This happens to be my craft bond. This one actually is a permanent bond one, which I really don't need, but for temporary, I just usually use the washable glue sticks, you know, the purple one. But this is a craft bond if you want the best glue stick. Or not, I'm not saying this is the best glue stick, I'm just saying this is a permanent and not the washable one. So this one I'll use for things I want to be permanent. But I grabbed this one, so I'm just going with it. Okay, so all I need to do is glue it around the edges and get it on here temporarily so I can go sew. But first, let's see. I'm going to do step by step here. So we got that down, glued on. Now what I'm going to do is I think I will go and sew around Oh, I even have red thread in my sewing machine. Great. That's perfect. I mean, you could do any thread. It doesn't have to match. You could do black or brown or white or whatever you want, but I happen to have red in there, so that'll work out. So I'm going to sew around. And if you're not sewing, you would just glue around, and then I'll show you the next step. But we're going to leave an opening. So just say we're going to leave this opening here. I think I'll just leave it open on one of these ends, and that's where we'll put our goodies in there. So let me go sew, and I'll be right back, and we'll do the next step. Okay, so I've got this sewn together. My sewing machine went right through the edges. Very cool. I don't know. Let me try to show you the stitches, how nice they look. And so yeah, it's all sewn together except for right here. I left open so we could put in the sequins and glitter and things. And it's going to be tight. It is tight, but you know, that's okay. We'll see how it goes. But one tip, I forgot to mention, was when I went over to my sewing machine, or actually two tips. I took a little of the glue stick. In fact, I need to put the lid on here so it doesn't dry out. But I took the glue stick and just put a little bit around the edges and then put the two pieces together. Because if you go and try to sew it without, gluing it together, it's a little kind of like, you want to make sure it's in the right spot, right? You don't want to sew it wrong, like, any kind of, where it's not together properly. And then the other tip is make sure your acetate is clean. As far as there could be a little speck of something, dust, thread, I don't know, just whatever, acetate, especially this kind of time of year with the heat on and electricity and things, things maybe tend to stick to it. So I made sure my acetate was clean, because once it's sewn together, it's kind of hard to get in there and get anything out of there. So anyway, so now let's put some glitter and things in here. So I got a few things that I thought matched this, red box with the red in the interior. Here's how the back looks, where we're going to either glue it down or write. I could have a journal. And in fact, I did, now that I'm thinking about it, I just thought of it. You'll see on this coming Thrifty Thursday, I bought some books, some Christmas books that can be used to make journals. The covers can even be used to make journals next year. And this is, they're bigger. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Watch my Thrifty Thursday, and you'll see the books. And of course, this will fit in there nicely. So what I have here is my glitter and sequins and things. And I'll tell you where I got them if I remember. And then I have a little, I did a little demonstration of a diamond painting for a company, and they sent me their diamond painting kit. Anyway, from the diamond painting kit, I have these two little trays, and I keep these now because I don't really do the diamond painting anymore. I didn't continue on doing it. So, but I use these little trays. I keep them with my glitter and my sequins and things, so that I can corral, if I want to pour out some glitter or something, I can corral it in these little trays. And so they're the little diamond painting trays. And then this is a little spoon I got with a little party kit that I got at Dollar Tree for $1.25. I don't know if they still carry it, but it was the little bowls, and it had this little spoon in it. And I think it only had one spoon in it, but it's just for a little, I don't know, it called it some kind of party. It was some kind of party kit, and it was in the party section with the, the gift bags and things. So let's do this. So I think first I might put in some. Okay, I think first I'll put in the things I for sure want to get in here, because we're gonna. If I feel like it's getting overloaded, I'll stop. So did I use these before? They don't even look like I used them before. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so it's just a little Ziploc of sequins. I truly don't remember where I got these, but they're little red and green sequins, and the green ones, the red ones are round, and the green ones are shaped like Christmas trees. And since this is in here, kind of contained, I think I can just reach my spoon in there and get some on it. See, like this, and I'll just get a spoonful without it going everywhere. And then I just put it in here. Let's see if I can do it with two hands. Do I need a third hand? So we'll just kind of get it down in there, and see, there it goes. See, it's kind of spread around. In case these don't want to move, oh, they are moving right now, but some of them might not want to move too much, so I want to kind of spread it around, so if they stay where they are, once we sew it up, it's going to be, I'm going to be considering it a shaker card, even if they don't shake too much, because like I said before, it's kind of tight in there, so I don't know if this will really shake, and I don't know if I really want them to shake too much, because of, if they go up in there, and then they don't come down, they get stuck, then you won't be able to see them. What we might do is get our sequins in here, kind of try to keep them in the window. I wonder if I should sew around that now before. See, I've never done this exact kind of thing where I've used a box like this, but what I could do is sew around the window, go and sew around the window, and then just leave this little spot open. I think I could still get my spoon in there and put things in there. Let me try it real quick. So yeah, I can still get my spoon way down in here. If this was, it'll be a little harder though. I think I'm going to go with it and just leave it now and get the stuff in there first and then maybe sew it up. Let's try that. So we've got one little sprinkle of the sequins. So these little sprinkles, they're kind of like little tubes. Maybe you've seen them at Dollar Tree, but I did get these at Dollar Tree. So let's put some of those in there. I believe I got those at Dollar Tree. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. So let's put some of those in there and kind of get them sprinkled around if we can. So yeah, I really think I really do need that space to get things down in there. I'm kind of leaning it down so they can go down to the other end, and then get some down here. And these little things kind of stick to that acetate, I see. So now another thing that I have out here is just some red glitter and some multicolored glitter. So like I said, I don't know if this is going to be too much. Now I know I got this, you know where I think I got these green little tubes? I think I got this at Walmart actually. But I think they have them at Walmart, at a Dollar Tree also. Now this has a little sprinkle thing. Let's see if we can actually use that. Yeah, I think it was a couple years ago. Walmart, I went into Walmart and, I went down the craft aisle, one of the craft aisles, and they had, I don't know if this will work. I don't want to, yeah, the stuff's kind of sticking to the acetate, so it's not sliding around too much. Let's see if this works. But yeah, I went into Walmart and they had like a lot of their glitter and things like that on clearance. So that's when I picked up all this stuff. Okay, let's see. Do I actually need to use a spoon? Would that be better? Yeah, it's kind of giving me a clumpy little, it has a little, like a salt and pepper shaker. It has little holes here. Or you can take the whole thing off. And this is where you got to be careful because I don't want glitter to go everywhere. So I'm going to put some on my spoon here. Let me hold it over the tray. These little trays come in handy if you have a diamond painting tray. But you don't want to diamond paint anymore. Keep your little trays at least. I use the little diamond things. I use those for because I didn't use them all. There were extras apparently in that kit. And I use them for shakers. So if you want to make some shakers, you don't have to get rid of and you don't want to do your diamond painting anymore, you don't have to get rid of your little diamond, what they call the little beads that they do for diamond painting. That's spread around pretty good, that glitter. Okay, now I think we have room. I don't think we've overdone it yet. Can you overdo glitter? Probably, but I don't think we've overdone it yet. So let's use some of this. I'm going to since we did that little experiment, I know it's better to take the lid off. So let's do some of this multicolored in there. Got a spoonful there. And let's put some of that in here. I got a little bit of glitter here, but that'll be okay. I saw someone, who was it? Normally I would probably just use a wet wipe to clean up after this, but I saw the crafty lady at Thrifty Day mentioned using a lint roller to pick up things like that, like glitter and things. I was like, oh, that is a really good idea. So, yeah. If you want to try that, that's a good tip, right? Okay. I kind of feel like I have all the... Let me see if the glitter will go down. Let me see if I can push it down there a little bit. I don't want to push down the sequins. Oh, my spoon's... I'm losing my spoon. Okay. Yeah, kind of... you know what might be, this is kind of, like I said, a little experiment. I hadn't used a box beat like this before. Not normally this hard to get everything in here. But it might have been a good idea to put the glitter in first and then the sequins, so that you can kind of, because I want to shake it, you know what I mean? I want to shake the glitter around, but I don't want all the sequins to end up down here. So I think I'm going to leave it. And then maybe after, I'm going to sew it again. I'm going to try that. And but I want some of this to come back down here. Let me see. Let me see if I can reach my scissors in there. I think I'm going to put a little bit more sequins in there. I think we need a few more sequins. Okay, there we go. I got my sequins spread back out there. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? Okay, I think it's looking good. I just want to put a few more sequins in there, because the sequins are getting covered up by the glitter. Okay, a few more sequins. And I'm going to kind of spread them out just in case I don't want to spread out after I sew. I think the glitter will spread out after I sew, but I don't know about the sequins. Okay, so everything I got out, we put a little bit of everything in there. Here's what it looks like right now. So I'm going to leave everything where it is. Here's a couple of random these little tube things that got kind of escaped on my table. So I'm going to throw those in there. They're going to need to be picked up. And I'm going to be careful not to knock my glitter over there. I have a little one with a lid off. So then I'm going to go over and sew around this part. And so, yeah, the thread's going to show now, because I didn't really think I was going to do that. But if I just sew this down, I think it would still, the glitter and things would still slide up into here, or even down into here, or even into the sides, and then they'll disappear. So I think I'm going to try sewing around here, but that means I'm going to want to possibly put something else on the back if I were to not make this into a pocket. So let me go sew, and we'll see what it looks like when I get done. And then you can decide which way you like it, without the sewing around or with the sewing around. 1 second. Okay, so I sewed on it, and I think I like it. The front looks nice. I don't know if you can see, since it's red stitching on red, it's kind of hard to see, but I sewed around the window, and now I can shake it, and it does shake a little, so I can kind of move things around if I want to. So you can see it does shake, and so really cool, right? So now I'm going to leave it as the back as is. Let me show you the back. And so you have this stitching here, but like I said, I think I might want to use it as a pocket, and this is going to go in my stash for next year. And in those bigger journals, I still have to sew up I just realized I still have to sew up the side here. But do I want to go ahead and do that? Let me go ahead and do that real quick. I've kind of forgot about that. Just 1 second. Okay, I have sewn around that edge, or down that edge. So now it's completely sewn. I think it's really cute the way it is, but we're going to add a little something to it to decorate it with the little pieces I mentioned. And so I wanted to just mention, like I said, I don't remember where I got this, but I would imagine that I probably got it on Temu, because I don't think they had anything like this at Walmart or anywhere else. So, you know, I probably saw it on Temu that it was Christmassy with the little green Christmas trees, and I probably got it there. I don't think I got it even on Amazon, but Amazon might have something like that. So, just wanted to mention that real quick. So, let us see what we can add to this to get it ready to go into a journal as a pocket next year. So, like, I have these little ladies. I think they would look super cute on here. One of these would look super cute. And there's a lot of words already on here, so we don't need to add a word, but just randomly I picked up this little lady here. I have 3 of them. She happens to have a red skirt, So we'll leave her there. I think she's super cute on there. This one has an oven beside her, but she would cover up too much of the window. So I like this little lady here. And if we put it in as a pocket, we might want it to be even with the bottom of a page. So I'll make sure I glue her on here with her feet not going over the edge of the bottom, her little shoes. So I'm going to say we're going to put her here. And I still would like something else on here. So let's see what else I have. That's small. These are tags. Got more ladies and a big gingerbread house, a big poinsettia. Can put something over here or down here. So let's just see. I think this is a little big for it. The gingerbread house is too big. Don't want words, like I said. So really, I don't have that much more, do I? Oh, I have a little, what is this? Well, I have these little banners, kind of like little flags or whatever. I could put one of those here. And let's see. Let me get one with the green plaid. I think that would be cute just to cover up the measurement, or you know, the ounces there. Cover that up. And I think you might even punch a hole in this. You're supposed to punch a hole maybe and put a little topper, a little string, a little whatever ribbon there. Let me get my hole punch. See what this looks like with the hole punched out of it. And while I'm saying I don't want any words, and we're putting this on here possibly, probably, maybe I might change my mind about that. So how would it look if I put a word or something like word or words on here? So holiday favorites. Well, that covers it up too much. So if I was going to put holiday favorites, I would just kind of do this. Christmas cookbook. That blends in. That kind of looks cute, but I don't know. Holiday baking is too big. Well, it's not too big. If you like it, put it on there, but if you have something like that. But I kind of wanted something just to go inside of this, you know, just to be like, this could be the background. And so if I want something to stand out, say the word, here's a word right here, delicious. So what is happening here is I don't really need this red part on here. So I think I'm going to cut that off where we punch the hole. We're just experimenting, so it just blends in. It's kind of like almost like not necessary. So because I'm kind of just using this little tag or flag as a background. So we're using it to cover up the words, but I'm not necessarily like, oh, I have to cover up those words. That wasn't really I mean, if I didn't cover them up, I wouldn't care. So something like this. Like that. And then just a little lady over here, and I think that will be it. So let me get my, like I said, this is kind of a slick surface. It's not super shiny or anything. I know the window is probably glaring in your face, but sorry about that. I can't hold it up all the time to be able to get that out of the camera, but I'm going to glue this on the edge as much as possible and have her hanging out over the edge a little bit so that I don't cover up the window too much. So yeah, about right here and down and over this way. So let's use our Fabri-Tac on here. Get her glued down. I think all of her legs are on there and her shoes. That should do it. So the shoes. Oh, her head's not, I didn't need to put it on all the way up on her head, so I probably have too much on her head. Let me see. Yeah, let me wipe that off a little bit there. Okay. So yeah, I think this will be a really cute pocket next year. I'll put it away. I had some shakers that I made last year, and I put them away for this year, and I think I used every one of them. So it's nice to have these things made for the next year. All right, so that is down, and I feel like it's sticking down nice and sturdy. And so let's get this piece glued down. And you could put something up here too, but I probably am not going to. And so just kind of cover up those words as best as I can. Like I said, if a little bit of them show, it doesn't bother me. So that's going to go right down there, along with this word. I want this glued down nice and solid. Like this. I'm going to put it up a little bit so that you can see the green and not just like right down on the green. So just up a little bit. And it's a little bit on the window. So there it is. We are done. All right. Fun, right? That is cute. I'm glad I saved the box. So yeah, I mean, just look at your boxes you get. You don't have to make a shaker. Maybe you have some other Christmassy box that doesn't have a window. And maybe you just want to make a journaling card or cut out words and pictures like I did on that other box I got with the gingerbread cookies that I showed you last week. Or you know, make a tag or journaling card out of a candy box or something. Or maybe you may want to make a journal out of it. But yeah, this is what I had in mind when I saw, or when I realized like, oh, this has a little window in it. I could just easily make a shaker card out of it. And isn't it cute? So thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in my next video. Stay tuned for more Christmas crafting. And I'm going to start, I have another little project in mind, by the way. And I need to work through it in my brain. It's not hard or anything. It's just like something I kind of have never exactly done before. So like I've done it, but not in this way. So anyway, it's kind of a little twist on something that I want to share with you. So I will be back with all of that. Stay tuned, subscribe so you get notified, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.